Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with 5 cards that you need to get out of Monstrous Revenge. Now, usually I don't do this on my desktop, but they don't have the images just yet, and I want to show off how they look, and it's going to be really messy, so I might as well give you guys the quick video here. This is 5 cards to get from Monstrous Revenge before they skyrocket, because the pre-sales for this set are actually really good. Before we get into it, if you guys enjoy this series, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. It helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Thank you to all my YouTube channel members. And yeah, let me know what you guys are picking up in Monsters Revenge in the comment section below. We're going to get right into it. So the first pick I have here, believe it or not, is Terraform. This is being printed as a secret rare over here. And these are $1. $1.18, $1.20 here. And you guys might be thinking, why do we pick up a card that is not only been printed as a secret rare, but is also limited? Well, the thing about terraforming is that any deck that has a field spell will essentially run this. Either they run terraforming or the field spell is not worth running. And this card at $1 is so cheap, especially because when we compare it to the other secret rares here, and we have high rarities like the ultis are about 100 something. These are roughly 6s, and this is with the reprint basically a day or two away. These are actually closer to $10, $11 here for your Legendary Collection secret rares. Now, just $1. This is definitely a card that, because a lot of players, if they're going to spend $1 or $2, or even $3, they're going to want to get a nice looking secret rare, since that tends to be the player base's favorite rarity. If you exclude something like, say, ulti and things that are like out of this world, say like Starlight rares, $1 over here, this is definitely a card where if you get like a fat stack of these and you want to sit on it for a while, you could easily see this going up to a $4 or $5 card by far. These will sell every single day. This pre-sale is so ridiculously cheap that I actually don't understand it, especially because players, with how cheap it is, players might just get a play set just to have. I mean, $1, definitely a good card to get right now if you're looking for these pre-sales over here. Before we go further, I actually have a little update that I talked about in my live stream last night. I have emotes now, which are there for YouTube channel members. I think they should be working. So if you guys want to try them out in the comment section below, you can. Also, if you guys want to tell me how these look, I mean, I think these look absolutely gorgeous over here. The second card I have is actually IP Masquerada Secret Rare. Now, this is the second printing of its Secret Rare, and right now it's about $5 here, but as you guys kind of see, it's kind of overflowing here. So it's a card to keep an eye out on, because I think this card, you may start seeing listings at 4 or 3, etc. But definitely keep an eye on it. If it starts going above this $5 mark, definitely go ahead and pull the trigger. Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys to grab this is because IP is a card, even though it released, I think, 4 years ago at this point, back in Chaos Impact, I believe it was called, the card's just always been relevant. Maybe it's not as relevant in certain formats, but if a deck plays anything that is a Link 4, usually you see IP with it, especially with the quick effect, which is great, and the protection. Definitely a card that players also love as a fan base. I mean, we got IP mats, IP sleeves, IP deck boxes. I actually have the IP deck box, and I actually don't have the mat, and I actually am kicking myself for it because it looks super cool. We got the awesome alternate art. So why this wasn't the alternate art, I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. This definitely should have been the alternate art. It would have been amazing. You would have skipped this already if it was the alternate art. But the thing about IP right here is that it's always worth money. I mean, you have, well, let's look at this secret rare here. First of all, you have gold still at 8. That's kind of insane. And that's not even for alternate art gold. The secrets are like 10, 13 here, right? Players still aren't getting rid of their prismatic secret rares because they look a little different. It's really cool. The OGs, you know, you got them for 13 here, which is actually kind of cheap, $13 for OGs. These definitely took a hit since they were closer to 20, but they're going to bounce back because it's OG IP. $5 here for your IPs, definitely a good deal, but just keep an eye out because with all these people stacking their copies here, it could go lower than 5s. And even though 5's a good price to get this card, $3, it's a lot better. Now, for those who don't know here, and I want to show this to you guys, my brain actually has too many tabs open. I actually really like coffee mugs now. Danger Nessie here from Battles of Legends Monsters Revenge. For those who do not know, because I didn't know, I actually had to go check. This card is at 3. I know it's a little hard to remember which dangers are limited, semi-limited, etc., etc. But this card's at 3, and I remember when the Dark World structure that came out, and we had golds at almost $1, not even, and then they shot right up to 5/6s, which was absolutely insane. We had ultras closer to 15s, 20s. Then the OG Secret Rares first editions were 40s to 50, which was really, really crazy for this card, especially since it's older. It's been printed so many times. I believe history could repeat itself again. You guys see these at $1 here, could go and going up to $2 here. So you got some cheaper copies about, let's call it $1.50 close to roughly here. This is definitely a card that can easily go up to $3-4 because the engine's strong. I mean, you put monsters on the board, you can load up your graveyard, and they do replace itself. You know, you get to draw cards, you get to go through the deck. Very, very good card overall for dangers here. I think that this card can easily, like I said, hit 3/4s, especially if the golds have. Now, granted, this card may not be as relevant right now, but just because it's not as relevant right now doesn't mean it can't be in the future. If you're a little scared of all the copies like IP, you could keep an eye on it a little bit, but I don't really think this card's going to really stick below $2 for long. The fourth card we have here is Dark Hole Secret Rare here. Now, these are just a straight dollar. Now, I think that this card, you have to remember how many collectors love Dark Hole and how Dark Hole is a bit of an older card, not an Edison card per se. I believe it's banned in Edison, but it's an older card. And at $1 here, we've seen Legendary Collection Secret Rares, and you guys are going to see this, you know, as my reasoning a little bit in this video. You got Secret Rares from like Legendary Collection here, for Light Play Near Mints here, and this is not even for first edition. Starting at 4s, first editions kind of going to like 6s here. Granted, people are selling them because of the reprint here, and Legendary Collection, UE's World, they printed a lot of it, especially Dark Hole wasn't really shorted at all. But you destroy all monsters on the field here. It's not a horrible side deck card, even though people would run Raigeki. This is kind of a more of a penny stonk that will just simply go up because it's Dark Hole here. I was just shocked to see this at Dark because I know a lot of people who are just people who love the game, even if they're like meta, be super excited about this card. The demand is definitely there. Definitely not a bad penny stonk at all. And then the last card we have here is Super Poly here. Super Poly is a card that got reprinted very recently in the Speed Duel box, and that was around $11-12 here. So I was like, wow, the demand for this card is crazy. Now they're reprinting it again for $275 here from Monstrous Revenge. I think that this card can easily go up to at least $5, $6, $7, especially if we start seeing more fusion-esque decks go up, because when we start seeing fusion decks be more relevant, like branded, Super Poly tends to be more played in the format. Super Poly right here for $3 is very cheap. We haven't seen Secret Earth this cheap since ever, I believe. Definitely not a bad card to get. There is the chance they could hit this card because they're printing it a little bit more for my liking. So this is kind of a little bit of a 50-50 here, and we don't know exact ratios just yet. But $3 here, pretty cheap here. I'm going to give you guys a quick 6 card, just because someone might say it. And that is Foxy Tune here. Now, I think that this card might go to like $3-4, so just keep an eye on it here. But if it starts going up from $5, definitely not a bad idea. Get it? A lot of people, especially at the Indiana Regional and events I've been seeing, they're playing Pride Punk, and it's a deck that people really love. It's really fun. I think that Punk has definitely solidified itself as a fan favorite at this point. I mean, the amount of people who love this archetype, it's just crazy here. So definitely a card that you can get at $5 and could do very well, especially if they release any more Punk support, which may not be impossible here. They may also, you know, Punk might start doing a little bit better. There might be different builds with Punk in the future that isn't Gold Pride, but it's really good. We still have E-Telly at 3, which is an insane card. Why E-Telly wasn't like a quarter-century secret rare here, I don't know. But would have been a great card to throw in here. But with that being said, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. Let me know what you're getting from Monstrous Revenge in the comment section below. As well as what you guys think of the emotes. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe. And there'll be a market watch tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.